Okay, let's start. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our webinar, Future-Proof Your MLM Business, What's Working Now and What's Not. I'm Adira Prasad, and over past few years, I have had the privilege of working alongside leadership teams, network-based entrepreneurs, and organizations navigating growth and transformation in direct selling industry. In today's session, we will be diving into the most current insights, tools, and strategies that are helping businesses stay competitive, compliant, and confident in their path forward. Whether you're looking to optimize your operations, adapt to emerging trends, or simply fine tune your approach, today's discussion will provide you with actionable takeaways. We are excited to have you here and look forward to helping you future-proof your MLM business. Feel free to submit your questions through the chat function as we go along. We will address it all together at the end. Let's get started. Just a brief introduction to Epixel for those who aren't familiar with us. We are a leading provider of MLM software solutions, serving over 100 plus companies across 25 countries. Our focus has always been on creating sustainable, compliant, and technologically advanced systems for the direct selling industry. Okay, then, let's get started. What's changing the MLM? Let's talk about the transformation we are witnessing in MLM world. Because what used to work just doesn't anymore. And that's actually great news. It means we have an opportunity to lead in a more meaningful, authentic, and scalable way. Once upon a time, success in MLM meant hosting house parties or coffee meetups. But today, the most effective presentations are happening on TikTok, Instagram Reels, and live webinar like this one. Your digital presence is now your storefront. Live streams, reels, and stories have become the new product demos. Connection over cold outreach. Here's a major shift. Cold outreach is no longer effective. People are overwhelmed by spammy DMs. What works now is the genuine connection. That means having a real conversation, listening more than you pitch, and showing up with empathy. Let me put it in this way. Cold outreach doesn't equal connection. And without connection, there is no conversion. Moving on to the value over volume. In past, the focus was on numbers. Talk to as many people as possible, cast a wide net. But today, it's all about value. If you are offering education, insight, or inspiration, people will want to buy from you. The new model is serve first and sell later. Quality conversation beat quantity every time. From product first to people first. Another important shift from being product first to being people first, we are no longer just selling lotions, supplements, or essential oils. We are solving problems. We are empowering lifestyle that shift from pushing products to lifting people. That's what built long-term loyalty. Trust is the new currency. Think about your own behavior. How many of you check reviews before you buy? You do, right? Well, so does your customer. Trust is the new currency. People doesn't just want to know what you're selling, they want to know who you are. That's why building a personal brand, being transparent and showing up consistently are non-negotiables today. Digital over traditional. Finally, let's talk tools. The shift to digital has unlocked more efficiency and reach than ever before. Social media, email automation, CRM tools, these aren't extras. They are actually essential at this point of time. Traditional methods still have their place. But if you are not embracing digital, you are missing the biggest lever of growth. So, what does this all mean? The most successful MLM leaders today are content creators, community builders, and authentic communicators. If you are willing to evolve, if you are ready to show up differently, then you are not just keeping up, you're setting the pace. Let's explore what's shaping the next phase of network marketing. These aren't just buzzwords, these are the trends defining success moving forward. Creator led marketing and personal brands. We are seeing a shift from company first to creator first. Today's leaders aren't just the team builders, they are content creators. They are building trust and influence around their own personal brand, not just the product they sell. People follow people, not logos. We have to keep this in mind. When you become the brand, you reach the credibility and the credibility multiplies. Short form video dominance. TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, these aren't trends. They are now the core platform for discovery and engagement. Attention spans are shorter, but impact is higher if you know how to tell your story fast and well. The best marketers aren't doing the 30-minute pitches. They are creating 30 seconds content that stops the scroll and starts the conversion. Micro niche audience targeting. Gone are those days of everyone is a prospect. Most effective leaders today are building niche community, focused on lifestyle, values, and specific needs. Remember, relevance beats reach. You don't need millions of followers. You need right 500 people who resonate your story and solution. Platform native strategies. Isn't about being everywhere. It's about showing up the right way on the right platform. Each platform has its own language. You take WhatsApp, it's used for conversational selling. You take TikTok, it's creative hooks plus fast storytelling. YouTube Shorts, it's everywhere. Education meets entertainment in YouTube's. What is the key here? You should go platform native. Don't just repost it or strategize um, in a generic way. You should strategize per platform. Next is the stricter compliance and ethical selling. Regulations are tightening globally. From income claims to product disclaimers, companies and individuals are being held to higher standards. Compliance isn't optional. It's a part of your brand reputation at this point of time. Ethical, transparent marketing builds longevity. And in 2025 and beyond, sustainable success is ethical success. So, the future of network marketing is digital, personal, and purpose driven. It rewards creators, not just closers. It values trust over tactics. And those who lead with value, ethics, and authenticity will be the ones who win. Moving forward, let's be honest. The salesy MLM stereotype is outdated. The most successful leaders today don't chase, they cultivate. Here's what sets them apart. From being a seller to a systems thinker, it's no longer about convincing people one by one. It's about designing a process that educate, qualify, and convert at scale. People don't follow speeches, they actually follow systems. Coach and not being a controller. Today's leaders don't micromanage, they mentor. They empower their team with tools, frameworks, and autonomy. The modern MLM leader guides through trust, not pressure. Next, mentorship over management. The focus isn't on hitting ranks. It's about developing real skills in others mindset, marketing, and messaging. They don't build silos anymore. They build strong teams. Lead with culture and consistency. Modern leaders know culture scales. They lead with values, stories, and consistent presence, not just the hype or the charisma. It's not what you say, it's what you model. Embrace innovation, automation, and insight. You know, they don't fear the tech, they leverage it. From automation to AI, they use tools that duplicate success so they can work smarter, not just harder. Motivation alone won't scale your business in 2025. Systems will. Here's a modern toolkit for your success. Funnel and CRM with Go High Level and Flow Track. These help you automate follow up, track leads, and streamline sales. Content creation. ChatGPT, Jasper, and Canva, you can use it for writing posts, caption emails. It is faster and better. Onboarding and training with Loom, Notion, and Google Sites. Create a duplicate learning experience for every new recruit. Automation and integration with Zapier and WhatsApp bot. Automate tasks between apps and scale conversation with ease. CapCut, in short, and pre-made CapCut can be used to as social video tools for quick, high-impact short-form video content and drives visibility and trust. So, you build once, duplicate often. That's the motto here. The leaders of 2025 aren't louder. They are smarter, simpler, and more systemized. Let's be real here. If you are not creating content, you are invisible. But here's a shift. It's not about going viral. It's about being valuable consistently. Think of the content as your new conversation starter. It's how people get to know, like, and trust you before they ever join your team or buy your product. The five-part content framework, this isn't just what to post, it's why your content works. Educate, entertain, engage, empower, invite. These are the five pillars of content creation. You can educate, you can teach something simple and useful, like tips, how-tos, and myths. You can use humor, trends, and relatable struggle to entertain. You can ask questions, use polls, and start dialogue to engage. You can actually share the wins, stories, and encouragement, make them feel seen. That's how you empower. Call them to action, DM you, ask them to check a link or join something like a webinar like this. That's how you invite them. Let's face it, people don't come online to be sold. They come to learn, laugh, and connect. So that's where edutainment comes in. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Great content today does three things. It solves a real problem. It tells stories, not sales pitches. It adds personality. It uses humors, visuals, or your own voice. It's add personalities and it make it memorable. When content is both educational and relatable, people remember it, share it, and trust you more. The trust is what drives connection and conversation and conversion. Let's be real. Compliance isn't just legal, it's smart business. In 2025, compliance has moved from back office to front line to content, recruitment, and training. Whether you're posting on Instagram, sending a message via WhatsApp, or running a Zoom, the rules apply. They are being watched. What does modern leaders do? Now, exaggerated income or health claims. Like, don't say quit your job in 3 months. It cures everything. That's a risky and that's outdated to use it in your content. Disclosure matters. Even in short form video, use captions, on screen text, and link disclaimers. Transparency builds trust. Respect the platform policies. Every platform has its own rule. Know them, follow them, lead by example. Educate your team early and often. Don't assume they know. Give them scripts, disclaimers, and context. Make it a part of onboarding. Compliance protects your business, your brand, and your people. More than that, it positions you as a leader with integrity. And in today's market, trust is your strongest currency. People don't quit product. They actually quit the experience of the product. In today's network, your culture is your retention strategy. Product attract people, but culture is what makes them stay. Lead with belonging, not just business. First impression matters. Your onboarding isn't just info sharing, it's a culture setting. You build community, not just contacts. Or connection between team members is equal to longevity. Foster peer-to-peer support. Recognition beats rewards. A shout out in a team group chat can be more powerful than a bonus. People want to feel seen. Deliver daily value, like use WhatsApp, Telegram, or broadcast channels to drop daily micro wins, daily tips, shout outs, or quick trainings. Create rituals, not just routines, like weekly wins, Monday mindset, Friday fun. Create consistent culture driven touch points that build loyalty. Altogether, culture gives people a reason to show up even when results are slow. It creates emotional equity, the kind that beats any commission check. So, you know how younger generation are changing the game in MLM? Millennials and Gen Zs aren't just joining the MLM. They are reshaping the rules. They want more than income. They want impact, independence, and inspiration. The new builders think differently. They go for purpose over profit. They won't rally for commissions alone. They'll show up for a mission they believe in. Autonomy plus mentorship. They want freedom, not micromanagement. They still value guidance and growth. Digital first onboarding. Long calls and PDF overload out. Interactive training sites, Loom videos, Telegram onboarding in. Personal development over product pitches. They are not just here to sell, they want to grow as leaders and creators. Authentic leadership wins here. They follow people, not just plan. That means show up real, not with a rehearsal or being rehearsed. You can't attract the next generation by tweaking your marketing. You need to evolve your entire model, how you train, lead, and build the community. Let's make this real. It's easy to get inspired in a webinar, but what happens after? You need a roadmap, a momentum builder. Here's a 4-week plan to help you implement, not just absorb. Week 1, you audit and align. You have to evaluate your current tools, update your onboarding experience with Loom, Google Site, Notion, and you have to ask yourself, does it feel modern, simple, and is it duplicable? Week 2, you have to attract with value. Build basic lead magnet, PDF, checklist, quiz, or mini training. Set it up with a simple landing page and an auto response. Go high level or MailerLite can be used for the same. Create with clarity is what you do during the week 3. You choose 3 content pillars: educate, entertain, and engage, whatever you choose. Batch, create 5 short form posts or reels based on those. Week 4, you go live. Week 4, you go live. Host your first mini live session or training. Launch a basic nurture sequence with emails, WhatsApp message, DMs. This is how you plan the 30-day plan. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent and intentional. Small step repeated create real momentum. So now it's the time to dive into your questions. Our moderator will share few that have come through in our chat and I will answer them live. If you don't get to yours today, don't worry. You'll receive a personal response after the session. So shall we begin with the first question? So the first question here is, how do I shift from being a seller to a system thinker? You can actually start by mapping your most repeated tasks, outreach, follow-up, and onboarding, then systemize them using tools. How this can run without me. You have to think how this can run without me, and then you have to implement the solution that comes. I hope that makes sense. So, moving forward to our next question. Can someone succeed in MLM today without being charismatic? Yes, of course. You know, people follow the consistency, systems, and authenticity more than the hype that a charisma can create. You don't need to be loud, you just need to be clear and trustworthy. That's how you beat the charisma. Moving forward. How often should I be posting reels or TikTok to stay visible? You can actually aim for 3 to 5 times a week. Don't wait for the perfection. You just show the face, share the stories. You can educate simply. Let's move on to the next question. How do I create personal branding content without being too salesy? Yeah, you can actually lead with your story and the transformation you made possible. Use storytelling plus call to action. That is a game changer. You can educate first and then pitch. This is how you don't sound salesy. Moving forward, what kind of claims should I avoid when marketing products online? Yeah, as we discussed during the webinar, you can avoid the cures that, health cures, or you can actually guarantee income. Exaggerating the results is not taken in a positive way. You have to say what products support. You don't need to actually explain to them what it fixes. You just need to focus on what it supports. I hope that's clear. Moving forward to our next question. What exactly is edutainment and why does it matter in MLM? That's a relevant question. So, edutainment is content that teaches and connects. It matters because people don't want just the information, they want to feel something. And in MLM, it builds the trust. It increases the relatability and stronger personal brands. So all of which will drive better engagement and results. So that's how edutainment works along with the MLM. I hope that's clear. Moving on. How do I make content more relatable if I'm not naturally funny or creative? Relatable doesn't always mean funny. It means real. You can talk about your struggles, you can show the behind the scene moments or share customer stories. Vulnerability builds the connection more than the punchline. So I'm diving into the next question. How do I actually build a team culture if we all work remotely? Culture isn't about the proximity, it's about the connection. You can use the tools like WhatsApp, Telegram for daily check-ins. You can have a monthly Zoom team huddles, and you can recognize the wins publicly and create a simple rituals like Monday mindset. You can go for Friday wins, share the wins during the Fridays, and be consistent on that. Consistency builds the belongingness. Then, next question, isn't commission the main motivator in MLM? You know, Commission starts the journey with MLM, but the culture you create sustains it. When people feel valued, connected, and seen, they just stay through the challenges, not just the win. It turns short-term earns to the long-term leaders. So this would be our last question. That is, what does digital first onboarding actually look like? It means replacing long manuals and endless calls with interactive bite-sized content. Having a 30 minutes pitch, converting a 30 minutes pitch to 30-second reels, or like Loom walkthroughs, using Loom walkthroughs, onboarding Google sites. You can use Notion hubs, WhatsApp flows. These are all the tools that you can use. Think simple. Go for mobile first and self-paced mode. So if we have missed any of the questions, you will be getting the answer personally. So moving on. Thank you everyone here. Thank you for investing your time and energy here today. Network marketing is evolving, and that's a good thing. It's not about abandoning what worked in the past. It's about adapting how we show up now. Smarter, more human, and more strategic. You have to remember three things. Your content is your storefront. Your system are your leverage. Your integrity is your legacy. So this is your moment to lead with more values, more vision, and more alignment. Thank you again. Let's build the next chapter in this industry together. Have a good day. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.